So I have Soul Sister on the left with Logan. Logan most notably went...
Is he Soul Sisters or is he just flat out Mono White Martyr?
I'm not sure. It's whatever he 9-0'd with. So he 9-0'd day one of his Star City.
It was with Mono White Water.
Yeah.
Just to explain what exactly that deck is.
Yeah, so basically they try to put their life total out of reach. We'll go through it as he's quote unquote comboing, because it's not really a combo. Then we have Allan Guttag on the right playing Kiki Chord.
That is a combo.
It is. It shows $0 though. Weird. Did we get 2 donations in that period? Did you donate twice?
No, I just did it once.
I jumped money. Alright, give us a second. We're gonna restart it. Alright, so who do you like in this matchup? Do you like the control? Which control deck do you like?
Well, I have a feeling I'm going to like the control deck that can deal infinite damage.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty... I mean, Logan's not going to pressure his life total. He's going to, you know, try to grind out Allan, get as much value as Campbell. Allan wants to also grind out value, but the kicker, I think, here in this matchup is that Allan has an infinite combo in his deck.
He does.
He does.
It depends which part of it. Is it traditionally Pestermite?
No, I want to say it's a Restoration Angel and Kiki.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be funny, because if it's Deceiver Exarch, it actually could descend in a draw.
Why is that?
Because Logan's deck is based around what we call the Soul Sisters part. They're one drop creatures that well, I'm not sure which version he is, but traditionally Soul Sister, when I think about that, is a life gain deck, and they play 1 mana creatures that when a creature enters play, they gain life.
Like Soul Wardens.
Soul Warden, correct.
Yeah.
Oh, and you actually see the namesake card on the far right there. We got
See, the problem here then is that
we got Nameless Pair on the right, and we'll get into 6.
You know, Deceiver Exarch is only dealing 1 damage, whereas Restoration Angel deals 3 damage, so that gets around that. Okay.
Yeah, so it just depends again what half his deck, if Logan draws removal, because you can keep them off the combo.
Yeah.
Because there's actually traditionally there's not a whole lot of ways to cast Kiki, if you can even cast it. A lot of these decks forego the ability to cast it.
Yeah, they just want to court for it.
Logan turn 1 opens with Forest Noble Hierarch. I'm sorry, Allan turn 1. Logan is Windswept. No, that is... I'm having a brain fart.
Pricing Canopy?
No, it's the...
I have no idea what that is.
No. It is it's the White
Windbreak
Highway.
Heights?
Windbrisk Heights, yes.
Windbrisk Heights, thank you.
And this is going to be Legion's Landing for Logan. He was excited. I asked him what the most recent card they added to his deck was, and he said Legion's Landing.
Does not seem like a bad idea. He gets some creatures out, gets to attack, and he gets to make a lot of Legion boys.
It's also good because he has a mana sink. Traditionally, these decks don't have ways to spend their mana in the late game.
They absolutely do not. You're right about that.
So outside of might be difficult for him to yeah, so actually, yeah, so they brought up Andanto, the first forward. It's a side that you care about. Legion's Landing is a 1 mana enchantment for 1 white mana. When it comes into play, make a 1/1 white vampire token. The attack trigger is attack with 3 creatures, flip the enchantment into a land, it becomes Andanto, the first fort. The taps for white, you can pay 2 and a white and tap it, create a 1/1 vampire token with lifelink.
There's a question. We see Allan playing Solar Prime Mage. Do you want to crack it to kill Legion's Landing, or do you just not care about it?
So it depends. Like so I see a Restoration Angel in his hand. I just don't think it doesn't matter, right? Because Logan's not going to be able to go high enough life total, and his only removal is going to be Path to Exile, right? So I don't think it's necessary to remove it. Most of Logan's things are 1/1s, and the Pride Mage can hold that in check. It just depends if you're scared of the Windbrisk Kites or not.
Yeah, and since you mentioned Allan has the Resto in hand, he's clearly able to deal more damage than Logan would gain with the Kiki combo.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So I wonder how many Dismembers he runs main deck.
Who, Logan?
Yeah.
Do you feel that was a pretty aggressive line there from Logan?
I think that this just shows how much he was trying to value getting damage in. He knew his enchantment was going to die. Legion's Landing was going to die regardless. So it was gonna be 4 mana, lose a permanent. So it was the old 2-for-1.
Do you feel like then his plan here is just to kill Allan as soon as humanly possible?
He does, but I'm not sure how that's actually possible. It looks like he's on a kind of a big plan. He has Archangel Thune on his hand. So Archangel Thune is a 5-mana 3/4 flying angel. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So it counters it. It combos with itself because you stack the triggers when it comes into play. So you gain life when a creature comes into play, and then you put the counter trigger on. So whenever any creature comes into play, Logan's team's going to get incrementally larger and larger and larger. It looks like this game's actually swinging Logan's way, though, because Allan is stuck on land. So he's trying to win with, like, Chord of Calling for Kiki and Restoration Angel. So right now he can't do either of those because he needs 3 lands and 3 permanents.
Yeah, him missing that land drop was big because if he hit that land drop... No, he still won't have enough mana. I'm sorry. I can't count.
Hit it not, but he could have played his Restoration Angel. And then
he was still in one short.
And then he'd need one more. He'd need one more permanent. Either a land or a creature. Huh. So, for those of you who don't know, Convoke's a mechanic that was brought back with M15?
Yes, I actually talked about that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, great mechanic. You can tap creatures to help pay for costs. So they can either make colors, or they can actually make the mana the color that they are.
Yes.
So, traditionally, again, these Kiki Chord decks cannot cast Kiki. Jeff Logan always played this deck to great success on the Star City Games tour. And he actually laughs at the cards uncastable. Usually it's just 1 copy. Because that can actually win as a value deck, too.
Of note, it is in Allan's hand currently.
Oh, nice. That's also the worst place possible for it to be, the Kiki.
Yes. Like, Allan's running so many, mana dorks, but he has a problem casting these, expensive cards. But at the same time, since he's running so many creatures with Convoke on Chord of Calling, it lets him search for it no problem.
So I wonder if it's in his hand, because if I saw that, I'd be inclined to mulligan unless the rest of my hand is really, really good. Because, again, we say it's the worst place for it because he wants to Chord for it. He doesn't want to cast it. He's not trying to play a fair game of Magic. So to catch up on the board state here, Logan cast old token Standby Spectre Procession, which makes 3/1/1 white flyers. Of course, on the triggers, Logan's on the spot with getting his life. Allan unfortunately misses land drop, just plays another Bird of Paradise, so he's kind of at Logan's mercy right now.
He is 1 red source away from hard casting Kiki, though.
He is. It'd have to be Birds of Paradise, but yeah. I'm not sure if he plays any actual red lands in his deck. I mean, he might. I imagine these decks play a Miser copy.
I can see that, yes, just in case.
Also for things like Agent Grudge out of the sideboard. Or...
Yeah. In the meantime, Logan's got to get in there. He's going to attack with at least 3.
Let's go on the super slow motion attack. We're going to make sure we get him in there good. He actually attacks for 4. You got him there with the Vampire token. Yep. So we'll see if he activates his Windburst Kites. He can only activate 1, though, so let's see what we got going on. Ooh. Oh, this is big. All right, so this is what I talked about earlier. So I believe Logan gets to stack these triggers. So again, when life is gained, because this is coming to play not cast for Soul Warden.
I was actually Helix in response, the life-linking vampire.
So he's taken 6, so he's actually got lethal on board. It's interesting how he killed the ground pounder, not the flyer.
This is important too, because there's a card in Allan's hand that leads him to believe he's gonna have a way to cast Kiki. He has a Goblin Chainwhirler in hand.
Wow, that's a spicy meatball with this. It'd be really good if you could cast it or convoke it a couple turns ago. It'd have been actually backbreaking. That's actually. Oh, and actually he Logan with a nice play there. He Ghost Quarters himself for the other Windburst Kites, and he casts his second Spectre Procession. I'm wondering why he didn't do that in response to flipping the Angel. Well, I mean, he would have just got an extra trigger on those guys.
Yeah. That's lethal.
I believe that's lethal.
I think it was, yeah.
Can we get a confirmation of life totals? 2, okay.
I don't think it's going to matter anyway, because Allan drew a Eternal Witness. Normally a pretty good card, especially in these type of decks, but staring down that army of big flyers, not going to do much, and Logan Reinhardt and his model white Solstice deck. Game number 1, Allan having some mana problems. The dice is at 20 because the players would not change the dice. The best way to get an eye for life totals here is to take a look at the top left and top right corners of your screen. We'll keep life totals up to date for you on the overlay.
So I'd like to remind everybody this is week 2 of our Modern League. I'm not sure if Jake probably mentioned that already.
I did.
Somebody's playing. Thanks, Adam, for...
Adam Olds is the person responsible for picking Soul Sisters, our stream runner Ren. She is not happy about it.
Oh, I see. Allan's life total was easy. Logan's life total. The best part is Logan plays his deck so much as you can literally just ask him. He has a machine. He actually didn't miss one trigger. Did not miss one trigger.
Though, I want to give a shout out to I believe it was Taylor Gunn who picked the Soul Sister mirror match one night.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes, they were like, we want to put on something new. And they picked the Soul Sister mirror match. I'm
not gonna lie, if I have the ability to put Mike Rochella playing Villainous Tron against Matthew Manier's 12 main deck land destruction deck Ponza, I'm gonna do it every single time.
Why is that?
Because Rochella deserves it. He's a pirate.
He is a pirate. He's Steve the Pirate. Also, I want to give a shout out to Taylor Gunn. Looks like he's been selected for jury duty.
He was actually asking what he should wear. Jake, do you have any recommendations on what to wear during jury duty?
Well, that depends. Do you want to participate in jury duty?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So Taylor by trade is he cuts hair, and he's very good at it. But he's all commission based, so he's not getting salary, and he doesn't get any benefits. It's normally like if you were out on jury duty, your company's still going to pay you. So he's literally getting
$0.
Well, actually, the best thing about jury duty is they have to pay you. And feel free to look up that number, but it's ridiculously small per day.
Let's do it right now on the Magic stream. How much do you get paid for jury?
So as we shuffle up for game 2, do you still like do you like Allan post board on the play?
Well, if he can't draw mana, no, I don't like him. But knowing that he has Goblin Chainwhirler that leads me to believe he has red sources in his deck somewhere, which leads me to believe that if he can get Chainwhirler out, which Logan doesn't know about, then he can be in pretty good shape. But it has to be before Logan grows his creatures.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, that's awesome. What Miami? What type of Magic do you play? Do you play at home or EDH or? Okay, and Jake actually looked it up. Would you would like to have the?
Yes, if a employer pays salary or wages of person on jury duty, there is no fee paid for 3 days. Then $30 per day thereafter. If an individual is not employed or employer does not pay salary, the fee is $15 per day for the first 3 days and $30 per thereafter.
Oh, perfect.
That's gas. That's gas money. Gas perfect. Money and parking.
So I can work a 5-day week, and Taylor will get what 15. You got 45 plus 60. He'll get $105 for his work to our country.
He can buy 1 box of Core Set 2019 and not make his money back with that.
Actually, I made my money back.
What'd you pull?
I pulled a Nicol Bolas, a Liliana, a Tezzeret, and also the buy box promo is like $20.
Yes, it is.
I get a foil of whatever the new moon card is.
The Alpine Moon?
Alpine Moon, yeah.
The Billy Camino special?
Billy Camino special, which is 15 bones at the moment.
Also, thank you for tuning in, Miami Brothers. If you have any questions, any at all, let us know. We will answer to them the best we possibly can.
So it looks like Allan's on a mulligan here again. I'm interested in what he's trying to keep. Obviously something with early interaction. If by interaction I mean Goblin Chainwhirler against a token deck. Ignore...
I can see that he wants the interaction for a deck like Logan. Especially if he's trying to stumble his way to get the combo. Because I'm pretty sure that Kiki Chord does not rug clip the company, correct?
They wouldn't have many hits.
Yeah.
I mean, they would, but like... They're not the value part.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, we see a bunch of red lands and fetches.
Allan's happy enough with it. Ships to the bottom. Looks like a scavengers as well. We're gonna fetch. We're gonna forest. We're gonna bird. We're gonna pass it back.
Stop. I hate Nightbot. Nightbot, shut up. Ban Nightbot.
We're not gonna ban Nightbot.
Why?
But don't worry about the emotes. If Nightbot oversteps his bounds, we'll take care of you, Miami Brothers.
So Allan leads with fetch and a bird. Logan on his turn goes flagstones of Trocare and his soul sisters, his soul warden.
Oh wait, I can't control Nightbot from back here. I'm not the actual stream itself.
Flagstones of Trocare is an oldie but goodie from what is it? Time Shifted, also.
I think that is the actual time shift symbol on that one. Yeah. Yes.
It's a legendary land that says when it's destroyed, you can search up a plains.
Time Spiral, not time shift. Close enough.
So if you play a second one, you get a plains and flagstones.
Yes. Allan with the very aggressive, probably correct play to Helix, the Soul Warden.
So he bolted Logan's proverbial bird. You know, I guess that's important to bolt.
Yeah.
For lightning hit. You don't have a whole lot of targets that are fantastic. Allan with the fetch land into Scavenging Ooze.
Meta, not going to be a problem in this game for Allan. He's got a Chord of Calling, and then looks like another Stopping Guard in hand. So he's got some options to work with here.
So do you think he has time to be cutesy and Chord for Eternal Witness to get Chord back? Or does he literally just have to go for Resto Angel and then Kiki? I'm interested how they actually sequence that. So Logan beats with the Squadron Hawk. For those of you who played back in Caw Blade, this was the Caw part of the blade.
Can you explain as to why Logan is playing Squadron Hawk in this deck?
So, if they play Martyr Proclamation is a white mana creature. Says you can sacrifice Martyr and you can reveal white cards from your hand and you gain what?
I think 3 life per. Let's pull up Martyr
Proclamation. So this is his version of card advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has a recurable way to search up creatures. If you find one Squadron Hawk, you've found all 4. You also don't have to get all 4 in your hand at the same time. So Squadron Hawk is a 2/2 for 1. It says when it comes into play, you can search your deck for any other number of cards named Squadron Hawk and put them into your hand. So he didn't have to discard the hand size because Logan actually found 2 Squadron Hawks last turn, and on this turn he actually found the 4th Squadron Hawk. So
I imagine he did that again, not discard. Also, Martyr of Sands is the one. It's,
Martyr Sands, I'm sorry.
Pay 1, reveal X white cards from your hand, sacrifice Martyr of Sands. You gain 3 times X life.
Correct. So he's basically just trying to outpace aggro decks. I'm not really sure that that's terribly useful, but this is also why he's playing ways to get lots more white cards in his hand.
Yes.
Because Martyr of Sands, I keep saying Proclamation, because the deck's referred to as Martyr Proc. Or Soul Sisters. But the one one's pretty, it's not useless, but it's not tremendously useful in this matchup. Because again, if Logan's going to die, most likely it's going to be from the combo, not from value creatures.
Yeah. He's just going to gain
Plus, he can token, so he's going to be able to flip this. He's going to be able to flip his Legion's Landing next turn.
Also, he has a Archangel Thune in hand too.
He does. He also has a Path to Exile.
One of those cards seems, both of those cards seem really important, but one seems far more important than the other against this deck.
I think on the play, on the draw, the more important one is the Path to Exile.
Yes. Especially since Logan cannot cast one of those cards currently. He's a Quasali Primage.
Okay, now I'd actually just blow this. I'd actually attack and get in with my Exalted Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not gonna let him flip this at Danto.
No, absolutely not. Allan knows that he's running the Archangel. Allan knows what could happen.
If he doesn't, then Logan just gets a free token every turn, basically, because you can sit back on it. So he does the line that we talked about. He destroys Legion's Landing.
Looks like, though, there is another Legion's Landing in hand for Logan, so he has the backup available to him.
So the biggest thing is I'm not sure if Logan really knows if he's playing against Kiki Chord yet, because he hasn't seen either card. He just sees Naya value at the moment.
And Naya is a part of the deck in this store too.
It is.
That alludes to what we talked about earlier, how it's important to prepare and build the deck to fight the decks you expect to play. And I imagine here, Logan has Naya in the back of his mind.
I'd be interested when he gets to 5 lands if he takes the chance to tap out.
Looks like Logan's looking at a Sheffet Dunes there.
Here it doesn't matter. You can have shields down because Allan obviously can't do anything with 1 mana.
Yeah. But the next turn, Allan could, in theory, do something.
Looks like he's going to go for Spectral Procession again. Via the new hideous art.
Keeping the 1 mana up, I like it.
Yep. He's playing safe, although he didn't have to. I don't think he had another play, though. His other play was 2 Squadron Hawks. And that's less impactful for much more mana.
Plains
is not
for
what he's
turn.
looking for.
No, it is not. Here comes the Chord. Allan is going to Chord for a Path to Exile target.
I imagine he'll probably just get Eternal Witness and get his Chord back. Unless he's going to get, like, Tireless Tracker.
Mm-hmm. But then he already played land for turn, so I don't think he's going to get Tracker.
Not sure what he can get for 3 that's really that helpful. Oh, Chain World. We're just talking about it. Oh.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah. I take
might
it
get
back.
Path to Exile, but I think that's going to wipe... I think it'll wipe Logan's board. Yeah, they are all X1s. Logan looks like he's trying to find a way to save it. Is Logan going to path one of these?
Yeah, so Logan's tapping out the math there.
There is the Cheney Boy, the Dominaria Rare, part of the triple color cycle, as he's going to path the Scavenging Ooze. Part of the cycle from Dominaria, undoubtedly the best one. Subject to many people wondering whether or not it's too good for Standard. People saying that just all the text on the card is a little bit too good. Adam, you said the card should not be banned. Do you think this card is just fine as is? Do you think it was a mistake to give it first strike 2?
I think it's very red in the color pie.
Yes,
I think this is great demonstration of a rare that was plushed.
Yes,
to an acceptable level, because triple red makes it very, very narrow on the decks that can be played in, and its upside is slightly more than normal. But again, you're getting that value because it's triple red. So I do not think this is. It's just when you look at the other cards in the cycle, they're not that great. Dread Shade is
terrible.
Is draft shaft. It's very hard to cast in draft.
Steel of Champion's okay.
Steel of Champion's okay.
Battleless Marshal is okay.
Battleless Marshal is okay. More of a cube card.
Another Legion's Landing. Another Squadron Hawk. Logan's starting to rebuild his board.
Is there a blue one? I can't even think of it.
Tempest Gin.
Tempest Gin.
Yeah.
Plus
1,
so
plus 0 for everything. For every island.
Yeah, because it's so bad.
Jeffrey's asking us, where do we stand on ancient stirrings? So we're gonna, I don't know if I am gonna talk about ancient stirrings later on. I imagine Adam will share some of his thoughts too. I don't know how popular our thoughts are though.
Sigman and Gary, yeah, Cheney Boys in your Legacy Gobos. A lot of people have been talking about that. So now Logan can just go to town because Allan is hellbent. The best that he can do is Chord.
Pre-eternal Witness.
Yeah, I actually don't know how Allan's going to win this game now. Archangel Thune's just going to fly over.
Path to Exile will be really clutch here for Allan.
It would be, but that's the only thing that's going to deal with that that 4/5 now.
Yeah, his path.
And he doesn't have any Chord. He really hates that Legion's Landing. He doesn't have any lines where Chord can get him out of the game.
No. With
2 chords. He'd have to literally draw 2 chords.
I'm trying to think. What would Kiki Chord even?
Oh,
the second Archangel Thune is the draw here.
He sheepishly puts it down on the table. Well, I got this for you guys. Okay, wisely he does not attack and get his guy eaten.
Killed. Yeah.
Because now these are going to get double triggers because they both see each other.
Yep, it's going to be absolutely disgusting.
All right, so this game's slowly getting out of control. I'm not sure again what Allan could have that gets him out of this.
A miracle.
Bonfire of the Damned.
One time dealer, one time.
Nope.
Think of a Chord.
That actually wouldn't even get him out of it.
Nope. He needs a second Chord to appear.
He would need another mana. Oh, he can. He can Chord, right? So he can Chord for Resto Angel, and he can blink something. It doesn't matter. He basically has to. He has to block. Can he survive in the air? He can't even survive in the air. He'd have to block with it. Voice Resurgence didn't matter. So Allan's just dead in the air. We'll see if Logan forgets to attack. Isn't it just an exclamation point card?
I'm trying to remember how to use Nightbot.
I think it's just exclamation point card.
I'm probably not spelling it right.
All right, well that's gonna be the match. Give me 2 shakes. Let me go out and see if we have another match we can